Ever found yourself in a situation where your emotions got the better of you? We've all been there. Whether it's a minor conflict turning into a major confrontation or an impulsive reaction leading to a poor decision, emotional control can often seem elusive, but what if we told you that there's a way to prevent your emotions from spiraling out of control? The secret, my friends, lies in practicing non-reaction. Now, non-reaction doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending they don't exist. No, it's about delaying those impulsive responses, taking a step back, and making thoughtful decisions. It's about giving yourself the time and space to respond rather than react. It's about understanding your emotions, not letting them control you. So how can one master this art of non-reaction, you may ask? Well, let's explore 12 habits that can help. These are habits that will help you stay calm, composed, and in control, no matter what life throws at you. Habit 1. Pause before reacting. Let's dive in. Imagine a world where you never react impulsively, where you always take a moment to breathe, count to 5, and let the rush of emotional chemicals subside. This pause allows for clarity and prevents hasty decisions that we often regret later. Moving on, we have the second habit. Find the root cause. We often react to surface emotions without understanding the underlying triggers. By asking ourselves why we feel a certain way, we can identify these triggers and manage our reactions better. Lastly, our third habit is to resolve resentment. Resentment is like a poisonous seed that grows into a toxic plant if left unchecked. It's important not to let negative feelings fester. Address them promptly, talk them out, or find a way to let go. These are the first steps towards mastering emotional control. It's not easy, but with practice, these habits can become second nature, leading to a more composed and balanced life. Habit 4. Name your emotions. Do you ever feel overwhelmed, unable to pinpoint exactly what you're feeling? By naming our emotions, we can simplify them and take control. Are you angry, sad, excited, or maybe a mix of several feelings? Identifying these emotions can help us understand our reactions and guide our responses. Moving on to habit 5. Relieve stress. Stress is a constant presence in our lives, but we can reduce its impact through methods like meditation, exercise, or journaling. These activities not only alleviate stress, they also provide clarity and promote emotional stability. Lastly, let's talk about habit 6. Express yourself. Bottling up emotions can lead to a buildup of stress and anxiety. It's important to communicate our feelings, either by talking to someone we trust or writing them down. This expression serves as a release valve, preventing emotional overflow. These habits are essential for managing stress and understanding ourselves. Habit 7. Channel emotions. We often think of emotions as something to control or suppress, but they can be incredibly powerful tools if we learn how to channel them. By redirecting our feelings into productive outlets like sports, music, or art, we can transform raw emotion into something beautiful and cathartic. Next, we have habit 8. Practice empathy. This is all about viewing situations from others' perspectives. It can diffuse tension, foster understanding, and even improve our relationships. When we empathize, we step out of our own shoes and into someone else's, which can change the way we respond to conflicts and challenges. Finally, habit 9. Own your emotions. It's about accepting responsibility for our feelings without shame or denial. This doesn't mean blaming ourselves, but rather acknowledging that our emotions are part of us. They're not something to be feared or avoided, but understood and embraced. These habits help us to use our emotions productively and relate to others better. Habit 10. Know your limits. It's crucial to recognize when you're nearing the edge of emotional control. If you sense a storm brewing, it's perfectly okay to step away, take a breather, and regroup before you're swept up in the tempest of your own emotions. Next, we have habit 11. Create a mantra. A mantra is a meaningful phrase that you can repeat to yourself, serving as a grounding force amidst emotional turmoil. It could be something as simple as, "This too shall pass," or "I am in control." The key is to choose a phrase that resonates with you and gives you strength. Finally, habit 12. Breathe deeply. Deep, intentional breathing can help to relax your nervous system, reducing feelings of anxiety and stress. Picture your breath as a calming wave, washing over you, grounding you in the present moment and helping you to return to a state of calm. These final habits help us to stay composed even in the most challenging situations. So, we've explored 12 habits that can help us master emotional control. Let's take a moment to revisit these points and see how they can contribute to our emotional well-being and improved decision-making. First, we discussed the importance of pausing before reacting. By counting to 5, we allow our emotional chemicals to subside and gain clarity. We also discussed the importance of finding the root cause of our emotions. Asking why we're feeling a certain way helps us understand our triggers and manage them better. Next, we highlighted the need to resolve resentment. By addressing and resolving negative feelings promptly, we prevent them from festering and causing further emotional distress. We also talked about naming our emotions. By labeling our feelings, we simplify them, making them easier to manage. We then touched on relieving stress. Through meditation, exercise, or journaling, we can significantly reduce our daily stress levels. We also talked about the importance of expressing our emotions, either by sharing them with someone we trust or writing them down to prevent build-up. Channeling our emotions into productive outlets like sports, music, or art was also a key point. This allows us to redirect our feelings into something positive and fulfilling. Additionally, we discussed the importance of practicing empathy, viewing situations from others' perspectives to diffuse tension and foster understanding. Owning our emotions, accepting responsibility for our feelings without shame or denial, was another critical habit we touched on. This enables us to be honest with ourselves and others about how we feel. Recognizing our limits, knowing when we're close to losing control and stepping away if needed, was another vital habit. Creating a mantra, a meaningful phrase to ground ourselves and rise above negativity, can help us maintain our emotional balance. Lastly, we discussed the importance of deep, calming, intentional breaths to control our nervous system. Remember, building emotional discipline takes time, but these habits can guide you on your journey. Here's to a calmer, more composed you,